So today I want to get into a couple of different things that I think you are so uniquely suited to talk about. The first one is I do want to talk about just why your merchants have switched over and started using delivery. And the interesting thing is it's based on feedback, which is what this show is all about. So I'd love if you could just story tell that for us. How have some of your independent vendors gotten themselves on Trexity? Where did that need for them independently come from? And how has that journey looked?
Yeah, no, great question. And so one thing you said there was, when did they switch over to Trexity? And the thing is like delivery is still relatively new in the verticals that we service. And so a lot of these SMBs, these small to medium sized businesses, when we tell them that they can own their customers' doorsteps in a very intimate way, they instantly perk up and they're like, what? How do we do that? And I think we spoke about this on an earlier call, but we were talking about the evolution of delivery and the evolution of commerce. And I was saying to you, 15 years ago, you couldn't just have a brick and mortar store. You had to have a brick and mortar store and an online site. And on that online site, it would have like contact us and about us and your operating hours. And then 10 years later, it was like, you now have to have an online commerce component to this website. And then that became a thing. And now what we're finding is a lot of merchants are coming out and they're saying, well, we have to offer some proponent of local delivery, right? Our store is busting at the seams with inventory. And instead of shipping it out every couple of days with, a legacy shipping partner, why don't we just get it to their doorsteps right now? And that's when they really started to get smart around, okay, well, here's Trexity. It's a one-click integration into our Shopify store. This is kind of a no-brainer. And it's compound interest for us is the way I look at it, right? Is these merchants start off small, but then they start to really grow week over week their number of deliveries. But why that's happening is because we're essentially changing psychologically the buying habits of their customers. So they're now going to their favorite stores, they're going online, and guess what? It's the customer, the shopper that's choosing that they want it today. It's not the merchant saying, we're going to ship this out right now. No. It's the customer saying as they check out, yeah, I'm going to pick Trexity because I want this today. And now the merchant is empowered to say, yeah, we offer that. This is now a piece of our business. And in case you haven't noticed, I do obsess about moving something from point A to point B. And one of the things that we do is we communicate with the end customer. And so when a package is picked up and scanned upon pickup with the Trexity app, we then send SMS communications to the end consumer. And the reason why we wanted to do this was for a couple of reasons. One was we wanted to be very transparent so everybody knew where their package was at all times, just like an Uber Eats order, right? Track it in real time. None of this cable man, it'll be there between 9 and 5. But more importantly is upon drop off, we wanted to make sure that we could use a couple of different tools like PIN delivery and photo verification for the alcohol, the pharmaceuticals, and peace of mind for the customer. But the most important thing we do is in that SMS is there's a link. And we hit them with a little survey. And the survey says, how did we do on a scale of 1 to 5? And give us one line of feedback on something that might have gone wrong. I always go to the darkest, deepest parts of the business, or something that really great happened. And we aggregate all of this end customer feedback in real time. And then what we do is every month we present it to our merchants in what we call the merchant report card. And we tell them, listen, this was your rating out of 5, as a 4.9 or 5 out of 5. And here's all the feedback your customers gave you. And it's that feedback, believe it or not, Emily, that our development team and product team reads every single day to figure out what we need to do with our product and our platform. Where are the gaps? What are the customers saying, right? A point in case example, a couple months ago, probably 8-9 months ago, customer said, and we started seeing this in the feedback, like, it'd be great to know if the driver was here. So we said, great. We send an extra SMS that says, knock, knock, we're at the door, or 1 minute away, like the merchant can choose. And it was a game changer. And people said, oh my God, it gave me time to prepare and put my bathrobe on because I just came out of the shower. Like we started getting really great feedback. And so a lot of the decisions that we make as a company and that our merchants make are based off the feedback we get from their end customers. And it is so important to have that feedback. And we try to do it on the merchant side as well. And believe it or not, we do it with our couriers. We have focus groups of drivers, right, that give us the feedback of what they're hearing and what they're seeing on the streets. And I think Yelp wrote the book on this. Like you guys, when you go anywhere in the world, traveling in Italy with my wife, and you see that Yelp logo on a restaurant door, because you know that restaurant is wanting you to give feedback. They want to better themselves because of that feedback. And you walk in and you can tell right away the way that they cater to you, right? When you care about what your customers are saying, you're instantly deeply rooted into the experience, but also you're bettering yourself as a company. And so I'll be straight up with you, man. We took that page right out of your book. We looked at what you guys were doing and we said, this is great. Like, we would read a lot, and some of our sales team does this. We'll read Yelp feedback from businesses and we'll say, hey, listen, did you know you got like 20 Yelp feedbacks asking if you guys could offer delivery? Like, we're here. And they're like, oh my God, we didn't even think of that. This is great. So feedback is, it's more than just an opinion. It is a direction.